Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Kabri, Kirisari and Arun Foot with me, Hiren, and we're talking about Odisha East Bengal, which eventually ended in favor of the home side 2-1. Um, but yeah, I think East Bengal gave it a good go. They took the lead early on through Vishnu, who I thought has been showing signs of pushing for a start, and he was given a start today, and he scored a good goal. And despite on the balance of play, Odisha probably probably deserving the result. East Bengal had their moments in attack and they created a few chances that they could have scored from. But obviously, we have a few talking points in this game. But let's just quickly generally discuss the match itself. Arnav, what do you make of it?
Well, good evening, everyone. I think in the end, a close one could have been a draw. I think one of the better performances from East Bengal away from home, I would say, and with a little bit of luck, maybe they could have gotten something even towards the end because I think uh, Odisha weren't as convincing as they have been in the past.
Hiren?
Okay. First of all, hello to everyone. For me also, I think performance-wise, I think this is good from the East Bengal side in terms of the gameplay wise and everything. I think they started very well with their 30 to 35-second start goal. I think this season's fastest goal maybe, and that's a brilliant goal from PV Vishnu. He's shown sign, as you mentioned rightly, previous matches also उस तरह के उन्होंने यहाँ पे चांसेस क्रिएट किए फिर अनफॉर्चुनेटली उसको फिनिश नहीं कर पा रहे थे एंड टुडे इट वाज अ ग्रेट फिनिश फ्रॉम हिम एंड आई थिंक स्टार्टिंग में जब अभी तक क्या बोलते हैं कि ओडिशा एफसी सेटल भी नहीं हुई डायरेक्ट तभी उन्होंने हिट किया बट आई थिंक ओवरऑल डेफिनेटली गेम ज्यादा कंट्रोल ओडिशा एफसी ने किया एज एक्सपेक्टेड बॉल वाइज एंड एवरीथिंग बट ईस्ट बंगाल हैड देयर मोमेंट्स एंड आई थिंक अटैकिंग वाइज दे लुक्स लिटिल बिट बेटर कंपेयर टू अगर आप प्रीवियस कुछ मैचेस देखे अगर आप तो आई थिंक उन्होंने अच्छे कुछ यहाँ पे ट्रांजिशन बनाए जहाँ पे बाकी सामने वाली टीम को उन्होंने प्रेशर में डाला and those chances उन्होंने क्रिएट किए तो in that terms it's a good performance but unfortunately they didn't earn any point so that's the disappointing part because this is not the time to you can say ki so best football you need a point also with that maybe it's a one but maybe you earn a 1 point but that's the needed क्योंकि yesterday हमने देखा कि एफसी गोवा भले ही 3 पॉइंट नहीं लेके गई लेकिन एटलीस्ट 1 पॉइंट उन्होंने लिया और सामने वाली टीम को भी यहाँ पे उतना ज्यादा यहाँ पे आगे जाने का मौका नहीं दिया तो इन दैट सेंस आई थिंक कार्लोस कुदरत हैज बीन विल बी डिसअपॉइंटेड क्योंकि उनकी टीम ने यहाँ पे 3 पॉइंट नहीं ले पाई और ओडिशा एफसी के लिए इट्स अ ग्रेट विक्ट्री आफ्टर द 1-0 डाउन एंड देन मेक अ कमबैक and win a 3 point and now they are again you can say can put up a pressure on the Mohan Bagan, Mumbai City, FC Goa, Kerala Blaster. So overall a very good I think interesting match. It's a entertaining match to be honest. It's not a you can say कि एक boring match था. It was a quite interesting match कि जहाँ पे दोनों ही टीमें अच्छा गेम प्ले कर रही थी. So in that sense it's a good game. And Ahmed Chau की वापसी I think clearly visible in Odisha FC's performance as you say. As you can see those chances, those the goal creation, assists, everything. It's been brilliant. So overall, a very good game.
Hiren, there's a question directed towards you, Hiren. Your favorite player is crossing to the box. I'm not too sure who's being talked about, but can you tell us who this is?
क्रॉस into the box भाई अहमद जाओ तो बता तो दिया भाई दीपक दास ने और खाबरा साहब तो अभी
Okay, okay,
कहाँ आए हैं भाई तो अहमद जाओ का तो बता दिया
okay. I know some talking points as well. Of course, one being the penalty that was awarded for the foul on Diego Maurizio. I thought it was a little soft, but there was contact. I mean, I can see why it could have gone in favor of Diego Maurizio, but again, there was an element of where one would say it's probably soft. What do you make of it?
We're very often going into this soft discussion, right? So,
Hmm.
there is contact in the box, and Mauricio is smart enough to take the contact and do something with it, right? And, you saw directly Quadrat doing this, doing this. I mean, on the other side, he should be happy that, again, Ajay Chetri for me never ends this game, That was got a yellow, he could have gotten red. So, therefore, you have these situations, and it's for me it was a penalty. Period.
I think there was one really bad tackle from Brown Forbes as well. Was that uh, yeah, looked pretty bad as well after Jahu went in with one strong one. So yeah, hidden penalty for you as well.
I think yes, by the rule it's a penalty, but just as Bola, you can call it a soft penalty or that kind of thing. But I think it was a smart by the Diego Mauricio's movement. I think जिस तरह से उन्होंने वहाँ पे अपना मूवमेंट किया, that was a really you can say कि convincing for the referee कि उनका जो मूवमेंट था उसको यहाँ पे क्या बोलते हैं मोहम्मद रकीब ने डिस्टर्ब किया और you can say कि वो किया, and that's why the penalty was given rather than you can say कि only tackling part. So वो एक काफी crucial decision था. Other than that, I think there are a couple of moments कि जहाँ पे जो foul है, that was a you can say कि little bit मतलब क्या बोलते हैं कि रेफरी ने ज्यादा हार्श नहीं होते हुए किसी को जैसे बोला कि वो अजय छेत्री वाला फाउल दैट वाज देयर another there is a one of the two leg tackle. So I think referee was little bit you can say soft in that sense, but I think overall I think first half में चार येलो कार्ड मिल चुके थे ईस्ट बंगाल के प्लेयर को. For I think maybe the number will be would have been higher, but five. अच्छा, five yellow card. Yes. So I think there are a couple of decisions, but I think that was in that sense by the rule it was a
Yeah, yeah. And then, of course, they come up with the goal, Odisha, and it is a very odd. I mean, okay, let's call it unique corners that came in from Emma Jahu, because you usually see it sort of looping in, and you see one of the big boys getting their heads on it, but it was a driven cross, sort of flattish towards the 6 yard box, and it takes a touch and goes in. So in the end, the plan worked. But do you think that was planned, or do you think it was a corner that didn't quite go to plan?
I don't know if it was a training ground sort of
Hmm.
practiced corner or it went wrong. I mean, even if it went wrong, you can still sell it like, yeah, I got it right. And so to me, you know, um, it goes in, and again, he had some interesting corner variations today, but they were not really of that top class corners that he's had in the past. And so I felt also that overall Odisha sort of game was living off Roy Krishna today. I think especially Roy Krishna with the way he was playing on that right flank and what he was doing over there. Yeah, it's just impressive.
Yeah. Um, Guys, any thoughts on Jahu for his fouls on Vishnu? He did put in a few strong tackles, but do you think he was deserving of a red?
Uh, no,
Yeah.
sorry, no.
Red?
So for me, the referee has जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला कि काफी ऐसे फाउल थे कि जो यहाँ पे हार्श आप उसको मतलब पनिशमेंट दे सकते हो. लेट गो on the starting of the minute से ही उन्होंने वो क्या बोलती वो एक सेट किया हुआ था कि फिर भी वो नहीं दे पा रहे तो उस sense में अगर आप तो वो कंटिन्यू उन्होंने किया throughout the match की जो हार्श फाउल भी थे टू फाउल थे तो उन्होंने मतलब बोलते कि जो स्ट्रेट थे उनको भी उन्होंने yellow ही किया. So yes, I but maybe in other day, they would maybe you can call it red nose with a different red. I think today it was a, in terms of the decision making, उन्होंने वो मतलब set किया कि he will go with the this kind of security.
I think Hiren, slight Wi-Fi issue.
Okay, that's Syrian. I thought maybe it's mine. Okay, then you're
No, no,
having it
no.
as well. Okay.
I think just Hiren's voice is breaking a bit. Yeah, lagging saying Manjub. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
But yeah, I know. I mean, again, on in the context of the title race, huge win for Odisha. This takes them 3 points ahead of Mumbai, was second, and now it puts a lot of pressure on Mumbai to go out and win their next game. How big of a win is this? Is this potentially a season-defining performance for them?
No, it's just 3 points, and it's one goal, so to say, for them, which means that they're 2 goals ahead of Mumbai City. So from that perspective, the whole race is open still, and I would think that anything is possible. If we're 6-7 points ahead, that's a different kind of discussion. But at this stage, 3 points is not much if you think about how this game and how this whole league has been going. Again, as I said, I felt a draw could have been possible. A draw might have been, I feel, at the end, maybe even a fair result. But again, when you're top of the league, you grind out such games, and then you get the 3 points.
And do you think Vasquez was at fault for that goal as well? I think could he have done better with that?
Yeah, you can always do better, but again, was he expecting or anticipating that? That's then the question, which one has to then ask. And maybe he was not. That might have been the problem in that situation.
Yeah, fair enough. And East Bengal and eighth now, but now a lot of the teams there have played 17 games. You've got Jamshedpur who played 17, East Bengal have played 17, BFC have played 17. Punjab, Chennai, and Jamshedpur and Northeast are the ones who have played 16. But yeah, now there's a sort of there's a slight advantage probably in favor of Northeast if they can go and get the job done in the next game. It would really help them. It will take them over all of their challenges for sixth spot. But what about East Bengal? I mean, how do they come back from this? And yeah, do you see them sort of crumbling from here because we haven't seen the best of performances of late?
I would think that any of those six sides, yeah, and I even put Chennai into the mix, can still finish sixth. This is such a close race, and at the moment, it doesn't matter how good or how bad you are. I think at the moment, it's about getting the 3 points, and that's the only thing it counts. Especially if you look at the way East Bengal played the other match against Chennai, for example. East Bengal versus Chennai potentially is a 0-0 match, rather, right? You get 3 points of it, so that those are 2 bonus points. Today, you potentially deserved a draw, but you didn't get a draw, so you potentially lose a point. So it's going to go this way or that way. So therefore, as I've said, over the last 3 months now, whoever can get wins has always an advantage. Draws are going to push you back, and that's been sort of the thing in the top 5 and sort of the next 6. It's in the same situation of where we stand.
But for East Bengal, they've got Goa, the Blasters, Mohun Bagan, and BFC as the next 4. It's not easy, and they're all tough games for them.
It's going to be very tough, but I also feel that if you look at the way that East Bengal tried to play football today compared to what they were playing 3 days ago, I think that Felicia Forbes looked better today. If Victor Vasquez can pull his game up a little, Bantich didn't look bad as a centre back. I think everything is possible.
Fair enough. Of course, we've got a big weekend coming up ahead. Shaggy's already gone to Saturday. He's saying Mumbai City have the Punjab FC challenge, which is obviously very tricky. We've already spoken about this, that there are no easy games, and especially going away to Punjab and with the guys they have got, anything can happen. But before that, we've got Mohun Bagan Jamshedpur, which we will preview very shortly. And before we move on to that, expectations from Odisha, because they've got Chennai up next, a Chennai side that haven't been doing well, especially going forward. Then they travel to BFC. Then they've got Punjab at home, and then you've got Mumbai and Northeast. Would you say that Odisha have the best run of fixtures going into this final stage of the tournament?
No.
Okay.
I think any team, as I said, I think the top 5 are a league of their own, but I still think that the 6 teams behind them, even potentially Hyderabad. I think I'm just waiting for one of those games where Hyderabad's going to upset someone, and against BFC they were very close to at least getting a draw, maybe even a win. So therefore, this league is so tight at the moment. I think anything is possible.
Yeah, fair enough, Arnab, fair enough. So yeah, we'll move on to our I-League discussion, which we had promised. It was a 1-1 draw between Srinidhi and Mohammedan, and that again sorts of sets it up very nicely for the I-League as well. You've got Mohammedan at the top, 35 points, Srinidhi 33, and then Gokulam 32. Played a game more. So is it between Srinidhi and Mohammedan or are you saying Gokulam still got it?
It looks like it because Gokulam early in the day lost at Namdhari. So that really, and they lost in the 97th minute. So to me is you know that's where it stands. So I think it's not over because now Mohammedan travel to Gokulam. I mean, for Mohammedan, it was very, very important to get the draw. David Castaneda Munoz gave them an early lead, Srini Deccan, but they Mohammedan equalized in the 84th minute. Mohammed Wasim, and yeah, that sets the whole thing up. It's a very interesting scenario in the table, and anything and everything is possible. I think the I League has been over the last 4 or 5 years. Take last season as an exception, where India and Brown Glass Punjab were run away with the title. But normally it runs down to the last match day about who's going to win the title, and I think it's going to happen that way. And yeah, let's see what Gokulam does against Mohammedan because their 6-match winning streak has ended today. But nothing is over. This title race is still on.
Yeah, and Anava, but if Gokulam lose that, then is it curtains for them?
Yes,
Yeah, yep,
yes.
yep.
I mean, for them it's a must win, and it's a crazy scenario. But I think if they can beat Mohammedan, it potentially gives Srinidhi a chance to go up.
Anava, your favorites for the I League Shield, I League title?
See, if you've asked me a month ago, I would have clearly said Mohammedan Sporting. But now any one of those three can win it, and but I think I have a feeling that Srinidhi Deccan is going to win the title. I said it before the season, and I say this again. I think Srinidhi is overall, I think, the best team in this league.
And Anava, how important do you think that is with the situation with Hyderabad and what it could do potentially for Hyderabad football that Srinidhi comes into the ISL?
I think it's important. I think if Srinidhi comes in, Srinidhi has the structure which most of these clubs don't have, and the infrastructure they're building, the youth teams that they're building. I think Srinidhi is doing a lot of things right, which a lot of that most of the ISL teams are not doing, and that's the reality of where Indian football stands at the moment. That there is an educational group which has come in, which is actually a very, very young team, but they've done their things. They've sorted themselves out, and again they've brought up some very interesting young Indian talent, which is already playing in the ISL. But also they have some young talent in there, Ramovia and all those guys, Rosenberg, Gabriel, and all. You're very, very interesting to see. Yeah.
And Naman, Hiren just again also updating everyone that he has got a network issue and unfortunately won't be able to continue with us tonight. But yeah, we will be here to run you through the rest of the rest of the games that we have to preview. We're looking ahead to tomorrow's match, of course, and huge one again. It's Mohun Bagan versus Jamshedpur. These games are coming thick and fast, and I think these important games are coming thick and fast. That's the funny thing. So. Yeah, Mohun Bagan, of course, they're again another team that has a slight advantage in terms of the fact that they've played a few games lesser, but you always said that it doesn't matter, you've got to win the points. Do you think they can get the points at against Jamshedpur?
Both teams need the points, and that's why all these matches, like today's Odisha East Bengal, all teams need the match points, and to me is that Jamshedpur will try to sort of disturb Mohun Bagan's run on one side, while it will be interesting to see how sort of Mohun Bagan set itself up. Habas is at the moment not letting the team play like a typical Habas team. It's a little bit more attacking minded than he would normally set up, I think. So therefore, that makes it very, very interesting. And again, I think it also depends on the individual brilliance that is available at both ends. If you have, for example, Dimi Petratos for Mohun Bagan is very, very important. But on the other side, we have, of course, Jeremy Manzoro, who's been exceptional in the last 2-3 weeks. But we've also seen Chima Chukwu chip in. Javi Severio has done his part. We have Mohammed Sanan doing his little bits here and there. So therefore, it depends on the team. And on the other side, Mohun Bagan also, I think Sadiko is due a goal, I guess, or Cummings, depending on what. Johnny Kauko has been very, very influential. So that therefore, to me, I think everything is possible.
Right. Yeah. I was just saying that Manzoro and Chukwu, I think, are coming good at the right time of the tournament. Manzoro, I mean, again, I'm taking nothing away from him. I think he's been brilliant throughout the campaign, but you can see that he's getting those free kick goals in, which are going to be so crucial
I
when you have
think
time.
I think that's the Rahul, that's the big difference, right? Jamshedpur was playing well in the first leg, but they were not getting the results.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes small things make a difference, right? And that's why Manzoro has the confidence, Chimachukwu has the confidence, the Indian boys are playing with that confidence, Rainesh is playing with that confidence at the back. Yeah, and therefore looking forward tomorrow night, Salt Lake Stadium should be an interesting game.
Yeah, no, and just coming to Manzoro, how much of a difference is it for you to have somebody like that on the dead ball? Because we haven't seen, I don't know when the last time we saw somebody score three, four free kicks in a row in the span of two, 3 games. And he's done it, and he's done it very well. So, how much of an advantage is it to know that you've got somebody like him who can just line one up from distance and bang it in, even when you're 1-0 down, or it's a 1-all and it's long and it's very tight.
It's exceptional talent. Yeah, to have that confidence to just go out there, take a free kick, and put it into an area which makes it difficult to impossible for a keeper to save it. Yeah, that's an exceptional talent. Not only in Indian football, but generally in world football, I would say. That is, you have rarely players. You've got a lot of players like Cristiano Ronaldo standing up for penalties, but how many goals does he really score from penalties? Messi would be another one to name who gets a lot of those goals, but yeah, otherwise it's not that many as we would think most probably in the world of football.
Yeah, I know a prediction for tomorrow. Who do you think is going to win?
See, to make the title race more interesting, I would hope and top six race, I think it's a 1-1 would be a good result.
Yeah, 1-all. Okay, okay, very, very, very interesting. It's going to be fun. And Shaggy makes an important point. Let's just talk about him.
Yeah,
But
sorry, yeah.
what is it with Ray Tachikawa? Because there are days when he starts, and there are days he's just on the bench. Why is he not a sure shot starter for Jamshedpur?
Because they've got so many attacking options. Very often we're forgetting the key role of Edsinho, and therefore, they've got options. And Ray Tachikawa very often is the fifth foreigner for them. So therefore, he ends up on the bench.
Really, really unfortunate, I think, for him because whenever he's on the pitch, he always shows himself. He always makes an impact, and I really hope he can be the difference, whether he starts or whether he comes off the bench for Jamshedpur. But my BFC side is always saying, you know what, just sit on the bench, man. It's fine. Just enjoy your day out, and hopefully Mohun Bagan can can win this one. Yeah, no. Okay, so you gave us a scoreline 1-all. Before we leave, I'll just ask this one question: can we beat Afghanistan twice? Of course, the World Cup qualifiers are coming
Well,
close.
I would hope. I mean, we need that. I think let's be honest about it. We need two wins to put pressure on Kuwait, so that we stay ahead of Kuwait. So yeah, those 6 points would be important. If I go into the last cycle of the qualifiers, we won at home, but we drew them away. We needed an 87-minute Len Dungal header to get us an equalizer. So it's not an easy task. Ashley Westwood, who's the head coach, the former BFC Ranglas Punjab coach, is scouting Europe to bring in some Afghani talent. So yeah, I'm hoping for the best, but it will not be easy.
Yeah, no, I think yeah, we'll leave you with that, and it's going to be an interesting one. Our Indian national team cycle starts from Afghanistan to Afghanistan, says Shaggy. Yeah, yep. So that's that, guys. We'll be back tomorrow to discuss tomorrow's match, Mohun Bagan versus Jamshedpur. Thanks for joining in. I know this was a short podcast. Unfortunately, we couldn't have been for long, and I think I know I also is on the road. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll have a nice long discussion about the game, and then we'll preview Saturday's games. We've got 2 games on Saturday, so yeah, that's that, and we've got the big one, BFC Blast as well. So yeah. Thanks everyone for joining in. Please do like and share these videos, guys. Subscribe to the channel Sports Kabaddi, Arun Foot, and Curious Harry. Good night.
Good night, everyone.